So what is the role of the electorate in politics or in a democracy? Whether it's an advanced democracy or a fledgling democracy, the electorate has a responsibility, more so in a fledgling democracy. So I think the most important thing for the electorate is to realize that we vote every day. What that means is that we, in our various areas of expertise, should be following government decisions, government policy announcements, debates on many issues, especially the issues that concern your area of expertise. For example, if you are in education, you should at least know what is going on in education, what policies are being made. For example, recently we've had in education, we've had the education minister announcing that the ministry will be asking parents to pay school fees in the form of goats or other domestic animals which are equivalent to the school fees. So that's something that has sparked a lot of debate. But what you will see is that although it's made in the education context, it's actually an economic issue. And so I would expect economists to weigh in on that, and I would expect parents to weigh in because they are the ones who are paying, and I would expect students to at least find out what is going on and see what their opinion is. Okay, so we vote every day, and we vote in our areas of expertise, and we should form an opinion, and we should be able to debate, and we should be able to entertain what other people are saying, even though we don't agree with it, but we should at least allow for people to express their opinions. Right, so we vote every day, we get involved. Okay, one of the things I've noticed is that we are reluctant to be associated with political parties. So a lot of people will actually tell you that they do not belong to a political party. They are political, but they are involved in political debate on a daily basis. So you wonder whether it's difficult for them to associate with a political party. But I think they are falling short of being a responsible electorate or being a responsible voter, because you need to vote every day and you need to get involved. Okay, so how do you get involved? Now, one way is to join an existing political party. Okay, even if you don't agree with some of the things that they do, remember that a political party is just a sum of people. It's many people who are trying to work according to a certain set of ethics and a certain set of conditions. But also you can join, you can start your own political party, and that party is just like any other political party is going to have individuals with different ideas. So there's bound to be differences in opinion within the same party. There's bound to be, even though they subscribe to some of the same values, they will disagree on certain values. Okay, so that is just the nature of politics. You're going to disagree, you're going to agree on certain things, but the important thing is that you are trying to defend the Constitution. And as a political party, if you're not in government, you're trying to hold the government accountable. And even as a citizen, you can try to hold the government accountable by voting every day. Okay, so one of the things you can do is to expose corruption and also not participate in corruption. We forget that corruption takes two or more people. Okay, so we cannot accuse the police of being corrupt when we are paying the bribes. Okay, so when we pay bribes, we're also helping to propagate that corruption. Okay, so after 37 years of independence, Zimbabweans have shown that elected government officials have done little to improve the lives of ordinary people. Okay, so what can you do at a personal level? If the government has failed, and the government is a reflection of the people they represent, have you succeeded? Okay, so that's one question that you need to be asking yourself, really. If you look at America, for example, big companies like Apple and Google and ExxonMobil and Yahoo, and now we've got the new kid on the block, Elon Musk, with his Tesla Motors and his other companies. Those guys employ a lot of people. Okay, they employ a lot of people. We know government will always be the biggest employer, but these big companies are also employing a lot of people. So is it just up to government, or it's also up to the electorate to ensure that they start companies that will grow? It's difficult, yes. We know that in certain countries it's very difficult to start an entrepreneurial venture, and people will tell you about the conditions not being conducive. Okay, but remember that every problem that you have, every condition which is not conducive, is an opportunity for someone. That's why you see that foreigners are going in when we're leaving the country, complaining of conditions. The Chinese are going in, the Russians are going in, the Iranians are going in, the Indians are going in, the probably up north, some of the countries, Nigerians are going in, some South Africans will be going in while we are leaving. Okay, so there must be something that they are doing, and we need to find out exactly what they are doing. Okay, and let's get energized and understand that the role of the electorate in politics is also to not only to hold government accountable, but to hold ourselves accountable as well. Okay, so just wanted to talk about the role of the electorate. I don't know what you think, but you're free to express your opinions in the comment section below. Well, whether it's on Facebook or it's on YouTube, you're free to comment. Thank you for listening.